one. I'll just say this. Because a lot of kids they want to be rebels, and if you tell them straight up, no, you can't do this,
right.
they're going to do it. Right?
Facts.
And my parents never really told that to me, so I never felt like I needed to lash out. That combined with I was like, this is stupid. That is a fucking dumb choice for me to make, especially because I want to be the best wrestler in the state. I want a full academic ride to college. I got that shit because I wasn't distracted by drugs and alcohol. Mm-hmm. But when I have a kid, I think I am going to sit him/her down and respectfully and articulate the consequences of the action that they're thinking about doing, or maybe thinking about doing. And by the way, I'll tell them straight up, I'm not telling you do this. I'm not telling you don't do this, but I've lived a hefty amount of life and I've seen the worst sides of this thing. And trust me, it's not what you think. Mm-hmm. Granted, if they're anything like me, which something tells me they will be, there's probably they're going to be curious and they're probably going to do it anyways, because I also don't want to tell them to not do something, because sometimes, bro, you just got to learn for yourself.
But the message,
did your dad have an open conversation, or was it like fear-based? Like anytime it brought up, or was it never brought up?
Oddly enough, bro, drugs, alcohol, and sex, as open as my family is, were never talked about remotely.
Yeah.
Remotely.
That's where I think the damage can happen. I think like you're probably an outlier in that situation.
Absolutely.
But like the parents that think that like not talking about it and like just, hoping that like, or just using fear, like, dude, that does so much damage.
I think the message needs to continue to be don't do. I think you need to at least at some point in your life as a parent slip don't do drugs into the conversation. Like
no,
because
my messaging simply would be like,
this is what will happen.
Probably don't do drugs.
I think if you're a parent though, and
I don't want to drill like, don't do drugs. It'd be like, yo,
what if that's what you should, like my mom, it's so funny. I tell people this sometimes. She told me that I could do anything I wanted except for get a street bike, a handgun, or a tattoo.
Ooh, she should have.
And I always say that to her. I go, Mom, you could have fucking told me. You could have just added heroin into the mix too. Would have saved me a bunch of fucking problems. And and no, did I say cigarettes? She didn't want me smoking cigarettes either, even though she fucking smoked cigarettes until I was like,
I'm very optimistic about the way my kid will be, and I will have hopefully developed a sense of trust between him and I, where he knows if if words leave my mouth, they have weight. So when I say like, hey man, probably don't do drugs, it's with the underlying assumption that like, hey man, probably don't do drugs because that's fucking stupid.
Yeah. I think my parents did a good job of we didn't really talk about it too much, but they did a good job of making sure I was hanging out with good kids.
Ooh, that's important.
And they were connected to good parents. So like if I ever started hanging out with one of those like borderline, kids, like they would step in and be like, you're not going to hang out with them.
Tried,
and they would like get in the way of it. So
my mom tried, but they were like brothers to me already. Like she tried so hard. This one kid, Matt, the same kid that banged my high school sweetheart. She was like, this kid's a fuck. She hated Matt, dude. And by the way, he's still in trouble, but like sometimes that conversation could be hard for parents because sometimes you just create that brotherly bond. So that's so fucking hard with someone where it's like, yo, imagine in some crazed universe where Jakey was a problem child. And you don't have the option.
No, bro, but his was worse because he was a problem not because of drugs and alcohol.
Right. But imagine like you don't have the option to just, I don't really fuck with Jakey anymore. Yeah. Like you do. And by the way, some people do that. Some people are like, yo, I don't know my brother anymore. Fuck that kid. He was fucking right. Like you can't do that, bro. Yeah. Like that bond is too.
I think